Hello, how is everyone? I hope you're all good. Right, so it's not a tent. Did you see the name on that? Westtune's head for comparison. So what it is, you've probably seen on the thumbnail, no doubt. It's a camp cot, but I already have one, but it has the low legs. This one has the higher legs, so you can have it either low or high. So we'll take a look at it and we'll put it together. It's from Westtune's. Now, I have seen these on Temu and they go for between 45 and £60, depending on whenever you click onto it, you know, and search for it, or whatever month, day it is. You know how Temu works. Prices are always up and down. But the thing with buying it off Temu is that it's actually shipped by land, so it can take between 25 and 30 days to arrive. I've had stuff off Temu, the gear top backwards bungalow style tent, that was shipped by land, and that took literally about 40 days to arrive, 35 to 40 days to arrive off the top of my head. So what I did, I went on AliExpress and I found it on AliExpress for £53, I think it was £53. But on AliExpress there was also a coupon that gave me £9 off any purchases over £50. So that brought the price down to was £9.53, £44. In fact, it might have been 50. I think I paid £43 for it anyway, with the £9 off, and it was shipped. And it was a quick shipping. It was free shipping as well. So it arrived within, literally, I think it was 4 days this took. So whether I've just caught the container that they were loading just before it went off to be shipped, and they've just put the last few items in, and mine was one of the last. Seagulls are kicking off. Yeah, so anyway, 4 days, and here it is. So these are the brands of this, obviously available from the bigger companies. But there, you're looking at paying around about £100 for it, between sort of 90 and 100, £110. So for £43, and I'm pretty sure that these are all made in the same factory, you know, so, and just different branding. I have had Westtune stuff before, actually, and it's pretty decent. I got their sort of nail, lightweight pegs, I had some cook stuff off, I've had tables off them, and it's all pretty decent gear. So this is the bag it comes in. So you've got a handle at the top here that you can adjust via there. It also has 2 of these handles, one either end. So this is probably not something you would put in your bag, and it's obviously not for multi-day hikes or walking or taking this that far. It's probably more for if you're just doing a short walking or something like that, you know, your car camping, etc. I've got this for my hot tent, but I'd be interested to see if it'll fit in that tent there. The only thing with that, obviously, with it being a bit smaller than my hot tents, is the sides, as you can see, with it being a pyramid tent, triangle shape, do go up. So whether this will fit in, and then with me on top of it, on top of a pad, is another story altogether, isn't it? But we'll try it today anyway and see if I can get this into that. Hopefully we will. So I'll get everything out of the bag, we'll have a look. Was I talking about something else before that? I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, it's a bit more overcast, a bit cooler today anyway. So right, let's get it out of the bag, we'll have a look what's in it, and we'll put it together. Right, things are going to start blowing away. Oh, the weight of this as well, by the way, as you can see, I've not even had this out once yet. The weight of this is 2.9 kilos. That's what I've been able to find. It doesn't state that on the listing, but just a bit of Googling has found that out. So you get your 2 poles, which will run down the sides of the thing. It's a separate bag. I'm hoping I'm in the right place here. And this has your extension legs in it. So we'll pop that down there. You've then got 3, 1, 2, 3 of these. All the poles and everything have all got this piece of bungee around them. Well, these have actually got 2. We'll get to that shortly. I'll just pop these down while I'm taking these out. And here is the cover itself. Right. Let me just pop some poles together. So these are elasticated. Simply click together like that. And then there's an end that's open. Here we go. So this end is open here and it's got a pull there. So we simply feed, he says, don't forget I've never done this before. So we simply feed this pole as you can see. I'm just feeding this down and through. Obviously these in time will be easy because these are open. These will open up a little bit easier. Just keep sliding that down. So we're down onto that one. So that is that now slid through, and then what you do with this tab on the end, I'm hoping you can see this, you give that a pull and pull that over. So that's the pole inside. Right, I'll crack on and do the other and bring you back. Right, so that's the 2 poles pushed through and then pulled over at the end. So let's put these legs on. As I say, they've got a bungee cord around him there, so it's up to you whether you're going to just leave that bit of bungee on there. And there is a lock and mechanism on these legs, and these are where that you put them in. So these legs, you put them in, this is the wrong way around at the moment. So that needs to go that way. So ensure and that goes on there like that. So I will just put this one leg on for now to show you. I'm hoping you can see me there. So that goes on there like that. Then on this side, let me see if you can see it. On this side, you've got a locking mechanism on the leg, which comes down like that. Then that simply goes across to the other side. That pushes on. Oops, he says. That pushes on. Then you turn this upside down, like so, and then you need to hold that and lock that into place by pushing this lever down. There you go, you hear it click. That is now one leg locked on. And you do the same, and to release them, it's just a case of pushing in those 2 buttons there. That'll unflick the handle. But these must be this way around, so you don't have that curve going that way, you have it going this way. Right, let me get the rest of them on. Right, so that is all them legs clipped on. Now there's the 3 legs there, all locked on, as you can see. So this bar here needs to be sort of pointing up in a fashion, if you know what I mean. It doesn't want to be going down that way, it needs to go at the top. And that's it at that height. See, that's nice and nice and taut. Just tilt you down a bit, excuse fingers. So you can see the sort of height you're talking at there. So it's quite low. So we've got legs that we can add to this now. It can be used in both positions. And there will simply, as you can see, if you use it, you've got those flats there for it to sit on if you're not using the legs. Or we'll add the legs into those there. So we'll just get the legs and we'll pop them in. So as you're seeing, the legs come in their own little carry bag as well. So that's quite handy just to keep them from mixing up. Then underneath, hoping you can see here, these simply, all you do is just push them in and they lock into place inside. They've got like a little plastic nubble on them. And it's as easy as that. So I will go around and pop the rest in and show you the difference with the other legs in. So as you can see, just popped all them legs in there. They just sort of pop in, and to take them out, which I've never done before, I was thinking, oh, because they're in quite strong, so they're not going to fall out when you turn it over. You just literally give them a pull and they're out. And there, click back in again. Right, so if I flip this over, be able to see the height difference. So that's a much better height, isn't it? I'll just tilt it again so you can sort of see from ground level. Yeah, much more comfortable height to be sitting on, which I will do for you now. Yeah, so here I am, sat on it. Knees are bent but not up my chest or anything, and getting up off it will be so much easier. There we go, and we're up and we're away. So sitting back down. There we go, back on it. Yeah, it's comfy that. Should I lay down on it? Let me change the angle so you can see us laid on it. Now the weight capacity of this, luckily, you might get blown over. The weight capacity for this is 150 kilograms. I've never laid on this before. Seems okay. Ah yeah, spot on that. Get to move about without snapping it. Yeah, that's sturdy, that. No issues there. And then we're up, nice and comfy. Nice comfortable height to get up off. If you're getting old like me, 60. That's no excuse, but you all know, if you know me, you know what I've been through. So yeah, so there we go. Now the question is, will it fit in that tent? I think it probably would if I take the legs off, put it in, and then put the legs back on. But we'll have a look with the legs on, see if I can get it in. I tell you what, once this is made up, you know, there's no weight in that really. See which would be the best way. As you can see, I've opened both the doors. Is it gonna just... It's a bit of a wiggle, isn't it? I wonder if I flipped it over. I wonder if I flipped it over. Tripping over the peg that I'd left in the ground there. So I don't want to force it too much because I don't want to obviously damage the tent. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, you know, I think if I took them out for now, if I take these out and then try and push it round without them. Right, so I've just undone them middle poles. For now, I've just popped them out. But what I'm thinking is that you would probably maybe start to take all the legs out or assemble it inside. You can see, because when you've got it, you can't, if you can see, you can't turn it because it's up against the inside over there. But if I'm honest, I never really got it. It'd have been nice if it had fitted in here, but I really got it for the hot tent. It would have just been an added bonus. Yeah. Let me just fiddle about a little bit. I'll come back to so it went in easy enough once I've taken those front legs off, but the issue now is you'd have to put it up like that, try and get the other legs in. And put the other legs in. I don't think it's going to work, you know, because you're not even going to get. I'm going to end up. You can't see, but see as I'm tipping it up, it's catching that end of the tent. You could certainly use it at its lower setting, but you're just not going to do it with the legs on. But you could definitely get a cot in here at that lower setting. In fact, let me take these other legs off. So when the cot's at its lower level, just be careful of your doors and stuff. It's in there, no problem. That goes in, no problem. And you still have, you would easily have room for your mat there on top. So if you wanted to use a cot in there while it's low down, you could do. You're just not going to get it with the legs in because it just brings it up too high. Yeah, once you get them legs on it, I don't think you'd be able to flip it over because it'd be too high touching the side meshes. So I'm not going to bother doing that. Right, get my breath back. Scrambling around on my hands and my knees, trying to fit that in like Jenga blocks, but yeah, with the legs on it just brings it too high. I think even if you had your mat on, your head's going to be up on that thing anyway. But it was just an experiment. It's not what I bought it for, but it'd have been nice. But like you say, you can use it at its low level, no problem. But I bought that for the legs, so I sat more comfortable. Anyway, so if you've enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. Really does help the analytics. If you don't subscribe, get yourself subscribed, costs you nothing. Get to listen to me waffling on. And that's it for this one. So until next time, guys, whatever it is, whatever we're doing, Jazz hands mother. Love you loads of millions. Bye for now. Mwah.